Let's shift focus then to the primary market space. Dixon Technologies' 600 crore rupee IPO will be closing for subscription today. As of 5 p.m. last evening, what I gather from the NSE website is that the qualified institutional buyers have the subscription amount is almost 9 times, and overall the subscription amount is 4.25 times. For the retail portion, it's come in at 3.27 times. Ravi Kataria, the managing director at Investment Imperative Associates, joins in with his take. Hi Ravi. I guess pretty much everyone has already applied for it. It's the last day today for those who are still waiting. You have a subscribed rating. Can you take us through the rationale and what's the upside you see?
Sure. See, the company on the face of it would look like is having a higher valuations if we see it from the general indexes perspective, but overall the sector itself is commanding such valuations. They're drawing parallels with the China-based electronic companies like Panda, Legend, who in the early 2000s used to command such valuations. Now, Indian consumer electronics is, from the manufacturing perspective, is at a very nascent stage. It has just begun. The localization of the products in air conditioner, white goods, mobile phones is just 30 to 50% in majority of the product categories. So that's why institutional investors, private markets are seeing a lot of traction in this sector. Goldman Sachs took over 50% in Amber Enterprises last year. PG Electronics is another player which has diversified portfolio in automotive and consumer durables. Centum is catering to 6 to 7 different sectors in the space. So all these deals and transactions are currently valued anywhere between 40 to 50 price to earning. So Dixon currently, we are estimating on a 1-year forward basis would command around 31-32x on the post-IPO numbers that we are crunching. So we are looking at 15 to 20% kind of a return on the table for the investors in a short to medium term, and a long-term story, because we are seeing a compounded growth rates of more than 30% on the top line and the bottom line as well. We are looking at decent returns for the investors in a medium to a long run as well. So Steadview Capital, anchor investors like Goldman Sachs, Kuwait, investment authorities, even the local institutional players are taking a lot of traction or interest in the IPO and the other companies in the sector.
Absolutely. Ravi, so you're clearly saying that go ahead and subscribe it, but what's left on the table then? When you're subscribing to an issue at around 30-40 times approximately, I'm looking at the grey market premiums as well. Well, that's pretty hefty. But someone who's subscribing today, what kind of gains are they looking at in the next couple of years? And also you're talking about peer comparison. You're talking about quite a few unlisted players or players that are listed overseas. Who could be a peer if you are looking at it? I remember Mr. Tulsian telling us that he was looking at Leel, L-E-E-L, and that stock has given us more than 30% just in the last 10 days.
Yes, there are a couple of other players as well. PG Electronics is there, Centum Technologies is there. These are the two. MEC Electronics is there. They are having almost a similar kind of a portfolio in the space. So they are trading at 40x to between 45x on a 1-year forward earning basis. Okay. And these stocks have also returned heavily over the past 1.5 years. So overall the space is picking up. It might look like the IPO is pricey, but it is certainly expected to yield some returns for the investors in a short to medium term too. So we're looking at 15% to 20% in the short to medium term, and a compounding of around 22% year-on-year basis on a long term.
Okay, all right, Ravi, thanks so much for stopping by and giving us all those details. So that's Ravi Kataria. He's saying clearly go ahead and subscribe it. It's valued at around 35-40 times, but going ahead with the kind of earnings growth that we're likely to see, well, it could settle at around 31-32 times its forward earnings. So the short message is go ahead and subscribe, and our ticker team is alerting you all the subscription details. It's had a good subscription that we've seen the last few days, and grey market premium as well at close to around 400-500 approximately.